Unit 731 is one of those chapters of history that sounds too horrific to be real. But it was real. During World War II, the Imperial Japanese Army ran a secret biological and chemical warfare program in occupied Manchuria. Officially, it was called a water purification unit. In reality, it became a place where thousands of prisoners were used in experiments no human being should ever have endured. Prisoners were infected with diseases like plague, cholera, and typhus. Some were exposed to frostbite experiments. Others were subjected to surgeries without anesthesia. The victims were often Chinese civilians, prisoners of war, and people the military considered disposable. And here's the part that makes the story even darker. After the war, much of the data from these experiments did not simply disappear. It became a bargaining chip. As Japan surrendered and the United States began investigating wartime crimes, American officials learned that Unit 731 had collected biological warfare research through human experimentation. The doctors and officers behind it feared prosecution, but the U.S. military also wanted the information, especially as tensions with the Soviet Union were rising. So a deal was made. Key figures connected to Unit 731, including its leader Shiro Ishii, were granted immunity from war crimes prosecution in exchange for their research data. The logic was cold. The information was considered too valuable to let the Soviets get it first. Because of that decision, many of the people responsible were never put on trial like Nazi doctors were at Nuremberg. Some went on to have respected careers in medicine, academia, business, and government. For the victims and their families, justice was buried under classified files and Cold War priorities. The disturbing legacy of Unit 731 is not only what happened inside its facilities, it is also the fact that after the war, the suffering of thousands was treated like a scientific asset. Their pain was turned into data, and that data was traded for immunity.